Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. And a very good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening for those of you who watch this video. The honorable judges, fellow participants, and the esteemed guests of International Supply Chain Education Lion Case Competition. We are CeLoSCT Team Akamigas. With our dedicated members, I am Muhammad Aly Akbar, Agus Pratama, Cheren Faleria Riry, and also Mr. Nano Koes Ardhiyanto. We are here to present our ideas, our innovation, and our solution for this case. So without further ado, let's get started.
Serenity is a leading Indonesian ready-to-drink tea producer with two flagship brands. The first is Arunica, a classic jasmine tea packaged primarily in returnable glass bottles, which is used reverse logistic system. Number second is Senja, a vibrant fruit flavored tea sold in multiple formats, glass bottle, tetra packs, and cans, targeting Gen Z customers through e-commerce and modern retail. This dual market approach provides strong revenue stream but also introduces high operational complexity, especially when balancing traditional retail with fast-growing digital channel. At the strategy meeting of May 2025, 5 critical pain points were revealed. The first is erosion of Gen Z loyalty, as competitors move faster in digital fulfillment. The second, ineffectivity pricing policies, which trigger forward buying by retailer and distorted by actual demand. Third is recurring glass bottle shortage that disrupt Arunica's production schedule. Number 4, weak integration with distribution partners, leading to fragmented data and decision delays. And the last, number 5, inventory imbalance. Senja is frequently out of stock online while oversupplied in physical retail. These issues threaten both revenue stability and brand reputation.
Using 5 methods, we can see the root cause analysis. For Senja variant, the stock out happened mainly because the surge in online demand is not matched by stock allocation. This is driven by a distribution system that still prioritizes traditional retail, outdated planning methods, and lack of digital integration in supply chain. On the other hand, for Arunica production, the main bottleneck comes from a shortage of glass bottles. The problem originated from delays in bottles returns, absences or strict incentives or sanction, poor coordination, and lack of technological and regulatory support in reverse logistics. Next, Serenity is losing younger customers because competitors are faster in fulfilling online demand, while its logistics system is still tied to traditional retail. In addition, Serenity has not yet adapted to digital-first supply chain transformation. At the same time, Senja flavor complexity is creating operational challenge. The company offers too many flavor variants to attract market segment, but this result in efficiency, science, product innovation is not balanced with supply chain's capacity. After identifying the root causes through the 5 why analysis, now let's move on to the first question. The task is to compare the battle Arunica and Senja in terms of challenges they face in managing their supply chain process. Using CSCOR model comparison between Arunica and Senja, for Arunica planning is relatively stable but constrained by glasses bottle returns. Sourcing in highly depend on availability of return bottles. Production is simple but often interrupted by shortage, and distribution relies heavily on traditional retail challenge. Meanwhile, Senja face different challenge. Its planning in volatility due e-commerce demand and influencer-driven trends. Sourcing is more complex because it requires multiple packaging types from various suppliers. Production is complicated by many products variants. Distribution requires real-time fulfillment, and returns are limited by one packaging, leading to higher sustainability concerns. From the data, we can see the variant APL GVA EST and XTR fall into category A, meaning they contribute the most to sales. LMN and FSN are categorized in B, while ORG and BLS fall into category C. The implication is that the company should focus production and inventory resource on category A variant, while reducing or making to order the category C variant, to avoid excess stock and optimize supply chain efficiency. The challenges include demand forecasting, inaccuracies, inventory imbalance between channels, lack of production flexibility, and high cost during surges. To overcome this, several solutions are proposed: demand sensing in real time, dynamic inventory allocation, agile manufacturing combined with a collaborative logistics, and relies inventory planning through ABC analysis. This strategy ensures that the company can respond to sudden demand increase without sacrificing supply chain efficiency.
For the fourth question, we use some method. The first method is EOQ, or Economic Order Quantity. Based on the assumption and study case, we get three data. The first data is annual demand with the symbol is D, is around 299,660 units per year. And the second data is ordering cost per order with the symbol is S, is around 75,000 rupiah per order. And the third data is holding cost per unit with the symbol is H, is around 850 rupiah per unit. With the EOQ formula, is EOQ equal square root 2 times D times S divided H. EOQ is around 7,272 units. So, the company of Serenity is able to balance ordering and the economical. The second method is min-max method. With the same assumption and study case, with the minimum inventory formula is T times C times R, and the maximum inventory formula is 2 times C and times T. For retail channel, minimum inventory is 24,972 units, and the maximum inventory is 49,944 units. And for e-commerce, minimum inventory is 29,966 units, and the maximum inventory is 49,944 units. And you can see this graph. The third method is forecasting. Forecasting method using hot winter or exponential smoothing. The model uses historical weekly sales data from retail and e-commerce. The trend shows the retail demand is slowly declining, while e-commerce demand is growing and tend to spike during promotion. Our projection for the next 12 weeks suggests that e-commerce demand will increase by about 1% per week, while retail demand will decrease by 0.5% per week. This forecast gives us a clear view of the future demand patterns and help us to design proactive supply chain strategies. You can see this graph and this table. The fourth method is dynamic inventory allocation, or DIA, as a solution to synchronize stock between channels. The main idea is to improve inventory visibility by building a real-time dashboard that connects factory, distributor, retail, and e-commerce. Stock can be dynamically reallocated from retail to e-commerce fulfillment centers when needed. In addition, product priority is set using ABC analysis, focused on fast-moving category A product, with demand sensing from e-commerce and social media data. We can anticipate sudden charges, while collaboration with third-party logistics ensure fast and flexible stock transfer. DIA directly address the mismatch between retail overstock and e-commerce shortage. For the question number 5, we use SWOT analysis. Serenity has strengths such as a large manufacturing and distribution network, stable product with a broad customer base, and vertical integration with deep plantation. However, there are weaknesses like ineffective reverse logistics for glass bottle, high SKU complexity, less accurate forecasting, and a slow response to demand change. Opportunity include the rise of e-commerce in the increasing Gen Z market, digital transformation, and sustainable trends. On the other hand, threats come from the stronger competitor with the faster supply chains, rising logistic costs, combination of key products, and new regulation on carbon emission. This SWOT analysis provides the foundation for our strategy formulation. From SWOT analysis, we get three strategies. The first strategy is digital demand sensing and dynamic inventory allocation, or DIA. This directly addresses the mismatch between e-commerce and retail, where one channel is overstocked and the other is out of stock. The solution is to implement real-time demand sensing from e-commerce and social media, and then apply DIA to reallocate stock across channels. The impact is a more responsive supply chain, fewer stock out, and a higher customer satisfaction, especially among Gen Z. The second strategy is reverse logistics and circular packaging optimizing. Ardhiyanto still relies heavily on returnable glass bottle, but slow return causes production bottlenecks. To fix this, Cheren needs to digitalize bottle packing using IoT or barcode, provide incentive for retailers to speed up the returns, and test alternative eco-friendly packaging such as recycled PET. This not only reduces bottlenecks, but also supports sustainability and improve brand image. And the third strategy is agile production and collaborative logistics. Currently, production and distribution are not flexible enough to handle sudden surges like best sale or influencer promotion. By investing in a flexible manufacturing system for Senja and collaborating with third-party logistics providers, Cheren can adapt production to population and reduce lead time. The result is more agile supply chain and better cost efficiency.
Our strategies are: the first, reduce category C variants, ORG and BLS by shifting to a made-by-order model to cut costs and the complexity. The second is apply real-time demand sensing using e-commerce and the social media data to foster more accurate forecast. The third, implement dynamic inventory allocation through a real-time dashboard to reallocate stock between retail and e-commerce as needed. The next strategies. The first, agile manufacturing and collaborative logistics by investing in a flexible manufacturing system and partnering with third-party logistics for foster more flexible distribution. The second, resilience inventory with ABC analysis by maintaining buffer stock only for category A products to reduce holding costs. The third, digital bottle tracking and eco-friendly packaging through IoT barcode tracking and the use of recycled PET to strengthen the sustainability. Our esteemed investment are as follows. The first agile manufacturing is about 5.1 billion rupiah, and the bottle tracking and eco-packaging is about 3.5 billion rupiah, and the demand sensing is about 2.15 billion rupiah, and the dynamic inventory allocation 1.5 billion rupiah, and the ABC inventory is about 530 million rupiah, and the category C reduction is about 380 million rupiah. Ardhiyanto struggles with slow glass bottle returns, which disrupt production. Senja faces volatile e-commerce demand and a complex multivariant packaging. ABC analysis shows that category C variants contribute little and should be moved to a made-by-order model. To manage demand surge and balance channels, we recommended the first, real-time demand sensing, the second, resilience inventory focused on an A category, and the third, dynamic inventory allocation to prevent both stockouts and the overstock. Our three main priorities guide Cheren in this future. The first is supply chain digitalization through demand sensing, GIA, and the real-time dashboard. Second, reverse logistics and the green packaging with IoT tracking, retailers incentive, and recycled PET. The third is agile manufacturing and 3PL partnerships to ensure speed and flexibility. With these strategies, Cheren can overcome challenges of returns, product variety, and market volatility by combining digital innovation, sustainable practice, and agile operation. The company is ready to secure long-term growth and meet the expectation of the next generation of consumers. Thank you.